You see, Republicans, your little evil budget plan might have worked if you hadn't forgotten that one Senator Schumer is Charles in charge of the Democratic Party. I'm afraid your diabolical scheme has been foiled.
Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer set off a firestorm heading into this weekend when he changed course and announced he would vote to move forward on a Republican-backed funding bill.
Jon Stewart faced a roller coaster of emotion in these past 2 weeks. It's a truly long, beautiful, and tragic tale. One of love, hope, betrayal, raw emotion. Guys, it was a lot for Jon Stewart and the left in general. So we're gonna get right into it. It's gonna be fun. But first, do me a huge favor here. Like our video and share it around so we can keep bringing all this great, hard-hitting content. As always, Patriots, I'm your host, Darian, and this is Resist the Mainstream.
But fear not, because Democrats put on the back foot finally have an opportunity to stand up and show their dispirited party they still have the principle and the backbone to face down this wannabe tyrant.
Republicans need at least 8 Senate Democrats to reach the 60 required votes, or the government's going to shut down at midnight tomorrow night.
Oh, shit. It is on like Donkey Kong. It turns out the Byzantine Senate rules have presented a golden opportunity to the minority party, because the budget the Republicans are proposing is a non-starter.
This is a terrible CR.
A bill that is designed to hurt the American people.
It would cut by nearly 50% funding for medical research.
To take away nursing home care from millions of our seniors.
There's more than $1 billion of cuts to veteran benefits.
I'm voting no.
I will be a hard no.
Vote no. No.
I am even more hell no.
Can you be more hell no? Is that like hell no? H-E double hockey stick? By the way, like, who's this dude fooling? You know that salty language isn't you, Merkley. Dollar in the swear jar. It's H-E double hockey sticks from now on. But this abomination of a budget shall not pass. Because, Senator Schumer, please remind the people what is necessary.
Republicans do not have the votes in the Senate.
You don't have the votes. You need congressional approval because you don't have the votes. Because the filibuster requires... I only saw the play once.
So for some quick context on this bill, all right, one of the key provisions of it is that Donald Trump is cutting $13 billion in non-defense spending compared to last year's budget, with an additional about $6 billion on defense spending. So that makes for a cut of about roughly $7 billion. Now, it's not just Democrats who oppose this bill, fascinatingly enough. There are actually 2 Republicans who opposed it. Do you know who they are? If you guessed the men of Kentucky, you are correct. It was Congressman Thomas Massie and Republican Senator Rand Paul who both voted against this bill. And Trump, as many of you probably know, was very angry at Massie for opposing this. Rand Paul, I didn't really see him say much about him. I'm not really sure about that, but he was furious with Massie, basically said he's going to primary him. And for fun backstory on that, Trump actually tried to primary Massie sometime back in around 2022, 2020-ish during the COVID time, because Massie held up what he's viewed as an unconstitutional spending bill, and Trump at the time called him a grandstander, really bad person, terrible politician, all this stuff, kind of the same stuff he's doing now. That was ultimately unsuccessful, and then Trump endorsed Massie. Now he's against him again. We'll see how that transpires. Lots of fun drama to be had there. Now, as to why Rand Paul and Massie opposed it, well, basically because they say it's not fiscally responsible. All right. Massie has been very consistent on this. He's voted against many spending bills in the past of a similar caliber. And the same often goes for Rand Paul as well. Rand Paul, for his part, pointed out that this spending bill will actually continue the $2 trillion a year spending kind of tendencies we've seen since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic. When you think about that, that is pretty insane. Say what you want, whether you like Trump, you like the Republican Party or not, it doesn't really matter. It is not fiscally conservative. That is for certain. Now, as far as why the Democrats oppose it, well, they're just obstructionist goons. It's not because they have had any concerns about the spending. They complain and say, oh, it's cutting too much spending, all this stuff. And it's like, cutting spending? Really? You really think it's doing that? Just because you cut some, trimmed off some of the fat with Doge doesn't mean it's actually doing anything significant. But anyways, let's see more of what Jon Stewart has to say because, spoiler alert, he is in for a rude awakening.
You see, Republicans, your little evil budget plan might have worked if you hadn't forgotten that one Senator Schumer is Charles in charge of the Democratic Party. I'm afraid your diabolical scheme has been foiled.
Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer set off a firestorm heading into this weekend when he changed course and announced he would vote to move forward on a Republican-backed funding bill.
Turns out you had the votes. Republicans had the votes. What the happened?
I will vote to keep the government open. I believe it is my job to make the best choice for the country, to minimize the harms to the American people.
But you had say it was terrible. And wait a minute. Oh, I know what's going on here. All right, I know what's going on here. All right. Yeah, you had me going, Chucky. You probably got a little something out of this, didn't you, old C-shoe? You wouldn't have given up that powerful leverage on the budget for nothing. My guess is Chucky got some cheese.
Did Schumer get anything from Republicans in exchange for those dumb votes?
He did not.
That's funny. Love the expression on his face. And this just shows that Stewart is really stuck in this whole stupid, made-up red versus blue paradigm. He doesn't oppose it for any kind of philosophical reason that he can actually think of. It's just that, my team is against it and now they're not. And it's so terrible. Sorry, man. Sucks to suck. But hey, at least your party, supports sex changes on children, something that you, Jon Stewart, a terrible human being you are, do for whatever reason back. So I guess you have that going for you? I don't know. Thank God these people lost, honestly.
Senator Schumer, no disrespect, but you are a disgrace to Jewish stereotypes about financial negotiations. That's just... I thought the whole point of us is that's what we do. But you're out there. How much is it? $5. How about I give you $7?
I will say, I don't find Stewart to be funny at all in general, but that ending was pretty good. I'll give him that. With all that being said, everybody, we really hope you enjoyed the clip. What'd you all think? Comment below, let us know what you liked about the clip, what kind of stuff you want to see in the future. Hit that subscribe button. It really helps us out, and we'll see you again soon. God bless.